Blast.
We all felt for Marvin Harrison Jr. when he took a knee in the end zone and hung his head in relief. It was a moment of real vulnerability, like Ketel Marte crying on the field in Chicago. It was proof that he really, really cares, and it was about the only heartwarming moment from a day to forget in Valley sports. The Diamondbacks lost 2 division games in the span of 18 hours. The Cardinals lost 2 division games in the span of 5 days. The Diamondbacks squandered a great chance to shock the world and slide into the postseason, while the Cardinals were booed off the field at the end of the first half, and it's very clear that a very patient fan base is tired of the never-ending struggles. Now, I am not sure where this NFL season is heading, but there are many big red flags. The Cardinals cannot run the football. Kyler Murray has now thrown 636 passes without a gain of 50 or more yards, the longest streak in the NFL, and with the lack of talent on the edge, I do not know how they can sustain a high level of play, the kind you need to make the NFL playoffs. Either way, the mini-bye is coming at a great time for the Cardinals, even if it's a little early in the season for those kind of silver linings. All right, today's Bickley Blast brought to you by my great friends at Chapman BMW, who make luxury attainable. Find them online at chapmanbmw.com.
I really think it's fine-tuning, it's like it's everybody. It's coaching, it's playing, it's everything. It's just like, sacks are killing drives, penalties are killing drives, run game we can't really get going right now. Explosive passes until the end there really weren't showing up. It's just we're just a little off, and that's what I mean. And like we show glimpses of drives that we move it and it looks good and everything. It's clicking. But we're not doing it for 60 minutes. So, and that's not the offense. That's all 3 phases right now, and that's why we're 2-2. So we'll get back to work here. I told them they need to reset this weekend. It's hard to play 2 games in 4 days. And give Seattle credit. They played well. We got to reset and then come back to work on Monday and get back to it.
That was Jonathan Gannon talking with Paul Calvisi on the Cardinals radio network after the game. I'm going to play something for you. This is a play, and I want you to tell me what the significance of this play is. You might have to dig deep into the memory banks.
Murray looking downfield now, lobs it deep, near side. Harrison caught it at the 20, at the 10. Harrison dives for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown.
All right, do you remember that play?
Not necessarily.
You mentioned it in the blast. What's the number? 636 pass attempts?
Yeah.
Without a 50-yard completion. That was the last 50-yard completion. That was Kyler Murray to Marvin Harrison Jr. in week 2 of last year, that 41-10 win over the Rams.
Wow.
They have not had a 50-yard completion since then.
Yeah.
They've longer than a season.
If you look at the breakdown of 50-yard completions that Kyler Murray has thrown, it is eye-popping. His first year as a rookie, 6 of them. In 2020, the pandemic year, 5. 2021, 2. From this point on, the last 4 seasons, and yes, 2 of them were abbreviated, the 22 season with the knee injury and then coming back the front half of the 23 season, the last 4 years, Kyler Murray has 150-yard completion
unbelievable
on his ledger.
Wow.
Is it all him? No. Is it partly him? Absolutely.
Has to be.
Yeah.
But lack of playmakers also. Lack of exciting, innovative offense also.
Uh-huh.
But the common thread through his entire career is him.
Yeah, that is true.
It's different coaches, different coordinators, it's different weapons, but he's the consistent.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that stat when they showed that on the television. It was 595 at the start of the game. He threw 41 passes last night. That to me is something that is a fundamental flaw of this offense. And one of the things that was bothering me in the first 2.5 quarters of last night's game is I was jealous of the Seahawks offense.
Yeah.
And this is a team that's known for their defense, but at least they're pushing the ball down the field. Their pass attempts are actually penetrating the second level.
Had the physicality in the run game both up front.
Yep.
Kenneth Walker, physical runner. Their change of pace back is Charbonnet, who also runs really hard. And I'm not saying these guys are not running hard, but man, there is nowhere to go.
Right. And that's it, though. Can you have an explosive passing offense if you have a 0 rushing offense?
No.
Like, do you need one to offset the other to keep the
Not in the
defense
NFL.
honest? Yeah.
You know, here's the other thing, because when Ketel Marte broke down and cried on the field, it enhanced his popularity very, very much. I could almost feel the same thing happening with Marvin Harrison Jr., and I think it's so rare for an athlete to show these moments of vulnerability that when they do, people realize, oh, these are actually human beings with feelings. I think sports fans get so caught up in the animosity and the vitriol on social media, primarily on Twitter, that it's just open season on athletes and it's almost dehumanizing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you see an athlete have a moment like that and you're like, wow, I can identify with that. I've had a lot of days when I felt like that.
I guarantee you Marvin Harrison Jr., if he's got social media, is still getting a bunch of hate because of a drop pass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You cost me my parlay.
Yeah.
He did, but, it's fine. I'm not mad.
Look, during the course of the show, we were getting ready to come back from one of the breaks, and on First Take, they were having the discussion, are the Cardinals at their ceiling with Kyler Murray as the quarterback? Big picture, that's a huge question. It's been a huge question for a long time.
Yep.
It is year 7. Kirk Herbstreit, in the lead up to the game last night on Prime Video, said the exact same thing. It's year 7. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can speak for myself. What I'm looking for is proof of something better than average. He's a decent quarterback.
He often
who
plays
has moments and splashes of brilliance
Yes.
that just cannot be harnessed and sustained. The other thing,
just real quick also, he
Yeah.
often plays good enough in almost every game that you have a chance to win almost every
Yes.
game. He very rarely wins the game for you.
He's had very, very few stinkers in his career. I would agree. There's been a couple.
the other element of it, and I heard Mike Florio talk about this on Pro Football Talk. They were watching the game, and his son pointed out his son used to be a football player. And Kyler had a play last night when his jersey was kind of ripped off to the side of his shoulder pads. And none of his teammates came and kind of took care of that for him. And Mike Florio relayed the story about how his son said, what is going on there? That it's almost an automatic thing that you do for a teammate. And so they raised the question of, just is there like an invisible wall around this guy? Are guys not comfortable? You know what I mean? The general dynamic, the teammate, joyous, talking, backslapping dynamic, it doesn't exist in Arizona.
Not really. Certainly.
From the quarterback I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I saw other people pointing out, hey, did Kyler Murray go celebrate with Marvin Harrison Jr. in the end zone? I don't know.
He's
The
just not built
cameras
like that.
didn't
though.
show it.
Yeah.
Somebody else pointed out, hey, Marvin Harrison Jr. had a nightmarish first half, and after that last gaffe, who was the player that greeted him on the field and got right in his face and was there for him, patting him on the shoulder and encouraging him? It was Jacoby Brissett. These are little things.
Mm-hmm.
But I recently heard Tom Brady talk about the subject of celebrations. He said it was an absolute imperative. You're the quarterback on the field. Your team scores. You are getting your behind in that end zone, and you are celebrating with your touchdown scorer, your offensive line. Because everybody talks about doing your 111th. A touchdown is a celebration of 11 out of 11 doing their job.
Yep.
Those are non-starters for somebody
Yeah.
like Tom Brady, the greatest winner we've ever seen at the position.
It's just observations about what we are watching and why it's so different here, at least when it comes to the quarterback.
And look, there has been progress made too.
Oh, without a doubt.
Let's not deny that.
Oh, without a doubt. So let's
And he
again.
played okay. I mean, he played good.
Yeah,
I mean, the
Yeah.
two picks he had,
Neither one of the
of
picks was
those
his
picks
fault.
was
were
Yeah.
his fault. No, and that comeback, I'm hoping that is something to build on. I really hope you can go into that game with a little X-Acto knife and cut out that end portion where you scored 2 touchdowns and then paste it on a new platform and say, this is what we're doing. Whatever made that happen, that is our offense.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.